Welcome back everyone, Haz here with some more Ni no Kuni Cross Worlds. The hype is pretty overwhelming and that 1 week we still have to wait seems like an eternity. But at least we have time to talk things over and prepare properly. When it comes to mobile games or MMORPGs, it's pretty common to wonder about what the gameplay is gonna look like, what you'll be doing every day, if it's repetitive, or are there enough tasks to fill your daily game time. So in this video I'll try to go through my current daily routine that I have to do. Around level 50ish, which should be the first point in leveling where you will have to stop grinding a bit to keep progressing the main story. Lots of you have been asking for guides and beginner tips. Those videos are coming, be patient, they will be released in time, a few days before launch, so you'll know everything you should to have an advantageous start in Ni no Kuni. Now let's begin. First thing, of course, you log in and accept all the login rewards if there are any campaigns going on. I have already completed most of them on this account, but I still have a few goodies and mails I can accept. But these tend to be pretty generous, so it's worth logging in even though I somewhat hate daily chores in games. Fortunately, Ni no Kuni is quite generous when it comes to daily routine. As you'll see, it doesn't take up much of your time when you don't feel like playing. Similarly as login bonuses, there are lots of battle passes and shop rewards, both for in-game and premium currency, so you'll be getting these even as a free-to-play player. Every day you'll be able to get your rewards or daily purchases that are recommended. Now, the good thing about these that, as far as I see, some of them can be accumulated, so if you miss out one day on, let's say, a weekly package, you can get 2 days at a time even. The shop kindly guides you with its red mark, so you will also exactly see where you still have free rewards you can redeem that day. There are also a couple of items you can purchase for gold, such as potions or chest keys that I recommend getting if you have the spare coins, so you can use them in your daily activities. Now, the most important daily task you will want to do, no matter what, are your daily assignments. There are 2 types of them, assignments and extermination quests. Assignments are one of the, if not the greatest source of experience, and missing them really hurts, considering increasing your character level will significantly slow down over time, so you will want to make sure you complete these. Your daily quests can have 3 types of rarities that are chosen at random, and they give you better rewards like significantly more experience or even free gacha tickets, though that's a random roll and you only have a small chance of getting them, it's not 100%. If you have enough money, you also get chances to re-roll the quality of your list of quests, with a small chance of getting epic assignments. The quests are pretty straightforward, you accept them and you can decide to either go there manually or pay a small amount of gold for the game to teleport you there. Or possibly you just have to kill a couple of monsters and you're done. It shouldn't take too long even if you decide to do all your quests manually. Now here comes the cool thing. Crossworlds allows us lazy players who don't really feel like grinding out our dailies, or we just don't have the time for it at the moment, to fast complete all our dailies for a small price. All you have to do is accept the quests, then click the gold button, and you will pay for completion, getting all the rewards just like if you would manually complete them. And this is all in-game currency, so this is not with premium currency. With this, you can basically complete all your crucial daily activities within 3 to 4 minutes without having to do anything but clicking a few buttons on those bad days. If you have the time, I recommend completing them manually, as probably at the start of global, money will be in short supply, and just save it for the really bad days. Extermination quests are exactly the same. Kill a few monsters daily for quest rewards, except extermination missions are for familiar and equipment upgrade materials. These are also crucial, especially the familiar gummy missions if you're lucky to get them, as they are one of the rarest materials you'll daily grind for in the game. Same as the other dailies, accept them and if you wish you can pay for quick completion to avoid any hassle. Our second set of somewhat crucial daily activity are our daily training missions, which we have 3 of, and if you have watched my previous videos such as the content guide, you already know which ones they are. We have a daily training for familiars, equipment, and money. This is very similar to most gacha games, in fact, so nothing new. A horde mode where you defend a couple of familiar eggs against hordes of boars, an escape mission where you have to finish the course in time for best rewards, basically a speedrun, and a pirate event where the more damage you do to the boss, the more gold you'll be rewarded at the end. Each of these training missions have increasing difficulty levels with rewards and challenges, so as you'll increase your character power, you will want to try challenging the higher difficulties for more rewards. These also don't take too long, 5 or 6 minutes overall for the 3 of them, but they also have a quick completion feature, and this one's for free. If you don't feel like doing them that day, or you don't think you can improve your time or your challenge stats on any of them, you can click the automatic completion button. Automatic completion basically will use your last best result and will copy the exact rewards you got last time, just like that. No downside, no waste of time, click and be done with it. I personally love this, and this is why I mentioned that Crossworlds does not waste your time, as all the features are there to respect your time as long as you have 2 or 3 minutes a day. In fact, I even tried one day as I logged in 5 minutes before daily reset and I was worried, but I was still able to do everything within that time, no problem. And the last thing I would call crucial are your daily kingdom rewards. This one is pretty straightforward and is the reason everyone should join a kingdom, as these also give you extremely good rewards. All you have to do is teleport to your kingdom castle for free and sign up into the ledger, signing your daily activity. Just for that, you'll be rewarded money and kingdom coins. You also have a choice if you have enough money and kingdom gems to contribute your daily amount to the kingdom to increase their experience and level. For this, you have 3 different currencies, 2 of which is fairly easy to acquire. This donation also rewards you with kingdom coins. Now, the reason we want to do this on a daily basis is because of the kingdom shop. Every day, the kingdom shop refreshes and allows you to purchase a bunch of goodies, or even a mount if you'd like. The most crucial resource to buy here every day, in my opinion, is experience and the 3 familiar gummies. Experience is going to be a pain in the ass fairly early, and as mentioned earlier, familiar gummies are one of the rarest resources to gather, especially if you don't want to spend any money on the game. So I recommend grabbing as many as you can. And that is it for our kingdom. These 3 things I think are the most crucial things to do every day that affect your long-term account and character health. And as long as you can do them, I think you're fine. And if you really check how much time it would take to do these without all the explanation, it's really just 2 or 3 minutes overall. But let's keep going on with our daily routine. There's also a daily tasks completion feature along with a weekly completion reward that you should focus on, but especially the weekly one, as that rewards you with 4 gacha tickets for free. These are just average completion rewards. If you play the game, you'll be completing a bunch of tasks they require to advance the bar, and each level will reward you with fairly valuable goodies. Sadly, the 3 activities I mentioned above are not enough to complete your daily bar, so you'll have to do a little bit more to complete them. But once again, this is also pretty low effort daily stuff. At this point, I would likely visit my familiar forest, which is our player housing in Ni no Kuni. Every day, I believe once or twice you can visit your forest to play with your familiars or just hang out, but they will prepare gifts for you as time passes. There's nothing you have to do, you just have to visit them every day, and they'll give you a few incubation items and valuable materials that you can spend on upgrading your character. It's also worth tending to your garden here. I have a bunch of tomatoes and an apple tree. You have to harvest and grow your plants once every day. And the reason this is important is that your fruits and veggies are your currency to spend on housing. So if you want to have a fancy house and a garden, you'll want to do this daily. And since everything in the game is a collectible, even titles and achievements that reward you with character power, you'll want to do as much content as possible. Speaking of familiars, there's also a familiar expedition minigame. I like to compare it to an automated mini Heroes of Might and Magic mode. You'll have an expedition map you'll be able to level up as you send your familiars on different adventures to fight other beasts in the wilderness. It is an AI mode, so nothing too fancy to get excited about, but I still think it's a chill and fun game mode. You select the monsters or the resources on the map with selected pet team, and they'll fight in a simulated mode where you can watch them bonk each other a couple of times. Or you can even skip the animation if you are in a hurry and just get those sweet rewards. The important thing here is that the resources on the map respawn multiple times a day. And if you're lucky, like I was at the making of this video, you can get even 3 diamond veins on your map. And I believe I gained 50 diamonds just thanks to Expedition. The amount also increases as you level this mode up, and I've heard you can even get daily 200 to 300 diamonds if you're really lucky. Next, we have the familiar and 1v1 player arena. The player arena is a 1v1 PvP mode, but mostly in name. I still find it fun nonetheless. The aim of this mode is to fight the AI character of another player and advance in ranks for better rewards. The goal of this mode isn't really to be better or stronger than others, but basically to accumulate as many victories as possible and climb that ranking ladder. As the higher rank you are, the more character power you are rewarded from those ranks as far as I understand. It doesn't matter who fights who, only your side matters, so if others choose to defeat you on their game, it doesn't change anything for your account. You have 3 battles you can do a day, and you can get additional tries if you pay with diamonds. The great thing about it is that it seems you can infinitely recycle the opponents you can choose from. So basically, you can just recycle until you find an opponent you can beat. That further encourages what I said, that it's all about winning and making sure you slowly climb that ladder for its rewards every day. You can manually control your character in the battle, but as I mentioned, the other player is an AI, so likely it won't be a challenge. But perhaps it's still good to manually control if you would like to try beating another player's character who is higher power than yours, by kiting for example. The familiar arena is very similar. It's all about using the best familiar compositions and teams possible to beat other players' teams. The difference is that for familiars you get a ticket every 4 hours that can stack up to 5, and you can only recycle your opponents every 15 minutes for free. This one is a little trickier. It is still about winning, so you get higher ranks, but Familiar Arena only rewards you with currency that you can exchange in the PvP shop for various cosmetics, or upgrade materials, or level up your character. The reason I say it's a bit trickier is that you might not always be able to win all battles, depending on what's your luck on rolling your opponents. So you might end up on 5 tickets without having a good list of opponents, though I don't think this will be a problem on global launch. Anyway, if it happens, it's important to note that whether you win or lose, you get exactly the same amounts of rewards. So my recommendation is, if you can't win, just make sure you don't have 5 tickets and just accept 1 loss to keep those tickets rolling. You might get lucky in your next recycle with the teams. These are all the daily activities that you can do without any significant activity required from you, and honestly, it's quite varied and a lot, which I really like. Depending on how much you enjoy doing them, you can either just spam through it all fast in a couple of minutes, or spend up to an hour doing them manually and enjoying the cutscenes and animations. There are 2 more activities that I would classify as your daily routine, but they are also the ones you can postpone and stack up their tickets 7 times a week to do them all in one day. The first one is Dungeons or Dimensional Boundaries. This is the 5-man dungeon content where you can cruise through a dungeon with your party and use a ticket at the end to gain unique rewards from the bosses. There's 3 types of dungeons, and each of them have multiple levels that suit your need and character power. I do have a full video explaining all the details of dungeons if interested. And we also have world bosses that are 50-player instance boss battles that spawn every 6 hours. Similarly to dungeons, you queue up with random people, and after battling and defeating one of the 2 world bosses, you can use up a ticket to gain unique rewards from them. Both activities are very important, as they drop accessories or skill books you cannot acquire from anywhere in the game, and they'll significantly help your account strength. It's also important to note that be careful, as I believe your tickets reset to 1 on weekly reset if you don't spend all your 7 tickets for the previous week. Once you're done with all these activities, that's when I would say you're done with your daily routine. And then still you can choose from several activities you might still want to participate in or just enjoy the game. Every day there will be daily events for either Kingdom Dungeons, Kingdom PvP, 3v3 arenas that are only available on those days. You can join and participate in field boss battles that spawn around the world at specified times, and they also drop the best accessories you will need. Work towards your codex, craft, continue your solo tower, gather chests in the open world, continue leveling your alts, or just grind in the Chaos Dungeon for materials and experience. Honestly, there's just so much to do even after your daily routine that likely you'll not be bored. Unless you just don't enjoy the game in the first place. But that is it for this video, everyone. I hope this gives you somewhat good idea of what your daily routine is going to look like, what you'll be doing in the game, and whether or not that's something you would enjoy. I'd like to stress it again that all the things I've shown here are just your daily chores, if I can even call them chores. And all the different fun activities are still open to participate in almost every single day, that you can look at in my content video. Thank you so much for the crazy support. Look forward to my launch guides, and I'll see you all the next time.